I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the I'm real. He hits like a it's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
I didn't really feel it, to be honest. Quite literally didn't really feel it.
You just got slapped in the face by Mike Tyson before your fight. How'd that feel?
It's personal now. I respect it. More sales for the fight, more hype. I love it. This is the Mike Tyson I wanted the whole entire time. So get him angry. Let's bring out the because he's going to sleep.
Yo, you're jazzed right now.
I love it. I love this shit. This is. I mean, I was asking for it all week. He brought the promotion, so I got what I wanted, and it was a slap to the face. Respect. He made a lot of people happy with that.
It was good while it lasted for Jake.
I'm not gonna lose.
But you say that in the last minute of the second.
I am not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Thank you.
Television and papers made him a killer. He's manufactured. I'm a natural born killer. That's the difference.
Absolutely, and with that in mind, I mean, you are famous for saying that everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. What are you anticipating when you punch this young man in the mouth?
Him running around, I have to catch him and slaughter him.
The most anticipated fight of the year between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is almost here, and Tyson has his final words to say ahead of the fight. The press conference for the upcoming bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, held at the Toyota Music Factory in Irving, Texas, set the stage for an explosive showdown both inside and outside the ring. The media-packed event, which is building excitement for their 8-round clash at AT&T Stadium, showcased a clear contrast between the two fighters: Tyson, the 58-year-old boxing legend, and Paul, the social media star turned boxer.
One more time. Everyone together, the baddest man on the planet, now and forever, Iron Mike Tyson!
Tyson, who hasn't fought in a professional match since 2005, appeared composed yet exuded an aura of intensity. His quiet confidence and legendary presence commanded attention as he answered questions with precision, allowing his stoic demeanor to speak louder than his words.
I'm just ready to fight. You know, I've said everything I had to say. There's nothing else to say. I'm just looking forward to fighting.
Paul, on the other hand, brought his characteristic brashness to the table. While initially appearing relaxed, he grew visibly irritated as reporters began to question the legitimacy of his boxing career. The tension in the room reached a boiling point when a reporter asked Paul when he would begin fighting more legitimate opponents within his own weight class. Paul, typically quick with a sarcastic or humorous comeback, snapped in defense. He called the reporter a dumb for the question, accusing him not only of disrespecting him, but also of undermining Tyson's legacy. The exchange highlighted Paul's sensitivity to criticism, a trait that has become a hallmark of his personality.
Career and how it's grown, and you've said in the past that you want to be taken seriously as a boxer. So, if that is your goal, when can we expect you to start fighting legitimate contending fighters in your given weight class?
I think you're the same the other venue.
I am
asked that same dumbass question,
and you didn't answer.
And you're sitting here disrespecting Mike Tyson to his face once again.
I asked you a question.
Do you not think that he's a serious boxer? Yeah, he walks away.
Tyson, too, wasn't spared from tough questions. A journalist daringly asked the former heavyweight champion what losing to Paul could mean for his storied legacy. Tyson's response was swift and firm. "I'm not gonna lose." His voice grew louder with each repetition of the phrase, signaling that he was not entertaining any notion of defeat. His answer left little doubt about his mentality heading into the fight, and he quickly brushed aside further probing with a curt, "Did you hear what I said?"
Can you share us why did you say this sentence? The fear of losing is too much fighting than dying. And what would you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not gonna lose.
But you say that in the last minute of the second.
I am not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Thank you.
As the back and forth continued, the atmosphere in the room became electric. Both fighters, known for their larger-than-life personalities, refused to back down, turning what was supposed to be a routine press conference into a fiery exchange. Tyson, the seasoned veteran, kept his responses short and to the point, focusing on the upcoming fight rather than engaging in further verbal sparring. Paul, on the other hand, leaned into the drama, making it clear he was more than ready for the challenge ahead.
Look good in the picture when he's on the canvas and I'm standing over him. Yeah, it's cute, you know, I fear no man, so I want him to be that old savage Mike. He says he's gonna kill me. Is that what you're gonna do, Mike? Because I'm ready. I want that killer. I want the hardest match possible Friday night, and I want there to be no excuses from everyone at home when I knock him out. So is that what you're gonna bring, Homicidal?
I'm just ready. That's all I can say. I'm just ready.
As the press conference continued, the atmosphere grew even more charged when Jake Paul, visibly frustrated by the overwhelming support for Mike Tyson, took matters into his own hands. Paul stood up and challenged the doubters in the room, asking them how much they were willing to wager on the fight. The response was unexpected. Several individuals, including fighters and fans, jumped in with their own bold bets. Niraj Goyat offered his property in India, Melinda Watpool bet a ring, and Dana Coolwell threw in $20.
I'm shaking hands. So how much we want to bet on this? You said, Mike, how much you want to bet? He said he's good. That's what I thought, bitch made. How much you want to bet?
Mike Tyson.
How much?
How much you?
How much? As much as you're willing to lose, brother.
So, okay. So I'll give you my property
How much?
in India.
How much?
My property is like more than 1 million. I'll give you.
Deal.
Deal.
How much you want to bet?
How much you want to lose?
Bro, but the time I spent taking, how much you make in your whole life, buddy? How much you want to lose?
Whatever.
$1 million, deal. We got 1 million here, 1 million here.
Okay.
Come on, you guys do this. Put your money where your mouth is. How much money? Exactly. How much money?
I don't speak English.
Exactly. How much money? A ring, deal. Let's go. I'm following up on all. $1 million? $1 million? $20 right here. That's what I thought.
However, it was Katie Taylor's response that caught Paul off guard, suggesting they could bet their entire fight purse. After a brief exchange, the two shook hands, with Paul then stating, "I'm sending out contracts too," indicating that the stakes were now officially raised.
Got Katie Taylor back here. How much you want to bet? As much as you want. I'm not losing. No shot in hell.
Well, do you want to bet your purse?
Yeah, let's bet the purse. Deal.
Well played, well played.
And I'm sending out contracts too.
The stakes have just been raised.
Spencer Fearon made it clear that the Mike Tyson he knows is the ferocious, dominant champion from the late 80s, the Tyson who destroyed Trevor Berbick in 2 rounds to become the WBC heavyweight champion in 1986, and then annihilated Michael Spinks in just 91 seconds in 1988. Fearon emphasized that the Tyson in the ring today is no longer the prime powerhouse of those unforgettable moments, but rather a branded figure who has transcended his fighting legacy. While the Mike Tyson brand is still iconic, Fearon believes that a loss to Jake Paul wouldn't tarnish that legacy.
I'm not looking. That's not Mike Tyson. Do you understand? That's not Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is the guy of November of 86, when he destroyed Trevor Berbick in 2 rounds to become the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, Mike Tyson of June of 88, when he destroys Michael Spinks in around 91 seconds. That's the Mike Tyson that I know of. Do you know what I mean? That's the Mike Tyson I know. I don't know this guy here. You know what I mean? I know Mike Tyson, the brand. We're seeing Mike Tyson, the brand, but the brand will not be diminished if something was to go tits up against Jake Paul. It wouldn't, because it's still Mike Tyson.
However, Fearon also pointed out that Jake Paul is in a no-win situation. If Paul defeats Tyson, he beats an aging fighter well past his prime, which many would dismiss as an unworthy victory. On the flip side, if Paul loses, he faces the embarrassment of being defeated by a pensioner, further diminishing his credibility in the boxing world. In essence, Paul's challenge against Tyson is a lose-lose scenario, no matter the outcome.
And Jake Paul's kind of put himself in a kind of no-win situation. Because if he beats Mike Tyson, you beat up an old man who is a pensioner, right? And if you lose to Mike Tyson, you got beat by a pensioner.
Tyson's cutman Duran Stitch praised Mike Tyson's evolution under trainer Cordo, combining Tyson's natural power with smarter tactics. He believes this blend should lead to a victory over Jake Paul, but avoided predicting a stoppage, as outcomes in boxing are uncertain. He expressed respect for Jake Paul's commitment to the sport and emphasized his focus on ensuring a safe, competitive fight for both fighters.
Oh, that's what I was telling you. Javier Cordero done a tremendous job in giving him another style of fighting outside of. You don't want to take away that style that Mike has, because that's Mike. But now he made him a lot smarter and not harder. And to combine them both should result in a victory.
Should result in a victory. Do you think that he stops Jake Paul?
I never predict those. You know that. I mean, you always ask me those questions. I don't predict them because I don't know and you don't know. You know, do I care? Nah, I just want a good fight. I just want to make sure that they're both safe. And props to Jake Paul, man. I got a lot of respect for that young man. I've done those fights with him and against Logan Paul with KSI, right? Good kids, man, and they're doing a great job.
Coach Mustafa Meekins acknowledged Tyson's age but still praised his fitness and skill. While he favored Jake Paul due to youth and recent experience, Meekins warned not to be surprised if Tyson scored a knockout. He highlighted Tyson's greatness, suggesting a win could spark demand for his return from retirement.
Mike looks good. He's older, but he looks good. You would have to favor Jake Paul, just being honest. But I'll say this, don't be surprised if Tyson knocks him out. Don't be surprised. It'd be an upset, but don't forget, Tyson's a great fighter. And put nothing past him.
If Tyson knocks him out, there's no way they're going to let him stay retired. They're going to want more of him.
Of course. But I mean, it is what it is, let him go. If he can do it.
Mike Tyson's advisor, Amir Abdallah, initially advised against the fight, feeling Tyson didn't need to return to boxing at 58 given his financial success and other ventures. However, once Tyson decided to take the fight, Abdallah fully supported him. He emphasized that they've assembled the best possible team, considering Tyson's age, and believes Tyson's hard work will be evident in the upcoming bout.
Well, I mean, my advice when it first came out, and I think Mike's initial one was, we don't need the fight. You know, I wasn't at 58 years old. I'm not a fan of Mike coming back into boxing. He has so many other ventures that he could do. I mean, financially, thank God he's doing very well, and he has different things. But you know, Mike's a fighter, and when the deal got proposed to him, regardless of what my advice was, he said we're going to take the fight. So, you know, my job is to give advice, and then when Mike makes the decision, I back him up 100%, regardless of what it is. And that's exactly what I'm doing. We put together, I think, the best team that you could possibly put together, given his age, given where he is in life, giving everything, and Mike's been busted. Come Friday, that's going to show.
Tony Bellew isn't very pleased with Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. He dismissed the idea of Jake Paul ever fighting him, saying Paul targets easier opponents. He mocked Paul's claim of carrying boxing on his back, stating Paul couldn't even carry my jockstrap. Bellew emphasized that, as a 41-year-old father of 4, he has no interest in facing Paul, who he believes wouldn't stand a chance against him.
Yeah, we didn't have words. He said he was carrying boxing on his back. I said he couldn't carry me jockstrap. It still remains the same. You're best getting it, taking it up with Norman. What's going on, buddy? You good? Listen, it is what it is, but right now, Norman's ready. I'm training him hard, and my name doesn't even need mentioning me because he wouldn't come within 10 feet of me.
So just to end on, then, you don't think that would ever happen? You don't think Jake would ever approach
If he's ever going to fight me, he's just chasing guys with barely with a pulse. I mean, I'm 41 and I'm a father of 4. He's got no intentions of coming near me, mate. He couldn't deal with the steam off my piss or the wind off my fart.
Gene Kilroy, one of the final surviving members of Muhammad Ali's inner circle, played a crucial role in shaping Ali's career and helping him attain legendary status as an international icon. Kilroy, who frequently referred to Ali as his dearest friend, now recognizes a similar fighting spirit in Tyson. In the 7th episode of Behind the Mic, Kilroy shared his admiration for Tyson's remarkable preparation.
This is the strongest I've ever seen you.
Yeah?
Yeah, the strongest I've ever, and I know you since you're 13. I think this impressed the shit out of me. Nothing impresses me. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't lie. I was worried about him traveling here, traveling there, he's not getting, I can sleep now at night. This is great.
Shannon Briggs emphasized the importance of speed in boxing, noting that a fighter like Tyson can be a significant threat by landing punches first. He referred to the fear factor of facing such a unique and adaptable opponent, highlighting Tyson's ability to switch stances and execute difficult-to-counter moves. Briggs concluded that ultimately, winning would depend on speed.
There's got to be one thing that really separates him from the pack as boxers, not from fans.
I mean, just speed. Speed, yeah. For us. If somebody's so fast that when you go to punch,
and they beat you to the punch, or it's dangerous. And he was just ferocious. I think a lot of times too, the fear factor going into a fight with a guy like that, nobody has seen a guy like that to that point. Here he not really fighting left-handed. He going both ways. You know what I'm saying? He was squaring up. He was doing things that you really it's hard to train for. So he was just so dangerous.
Mac Truck predicted that while Mike Tyson may have a couple of good rounds in him, Jake Paul will likely knock him out after 2 rounds. He acknowledged Tyson's past power, but emphasized that at 58, Tyson is an old man, and that age will catch up with him quickly. Mac Truck advised caution, but ultimately believed Tyson's age would be a major disadvantage, giving Jake Paul the upper hand.
Everybody can think of Mike is 20. Mike is an old man. And that's what Jake gonna get him. Mike got good 2 rounds, and Jake gonna knock him out. I see Jake knocking him out.
You think that quickly within 2 rounds?
After 2 rounds, Tyson was a old man. They said last day goes to power, of course, be cautious, but he's an old man.
Fernando Vargas stated that Mike Tyson's one-punch knockout power is often the last thing to diminish with age. He highlighted that while speed and agility may decline, Tyson's ability to deliver a devastating knockout punch remains unchanged. Vargas stressed that if Tyson lands even a single clean shot, Jake Paul will be entering unknown territory, having never encountered that level of power in the ring before.
All Mike has to do is touch him one time. And Mike Tyson has that one-hitter-quitter power. That's the last thing that goes. Like I said, your speed will go, your agility will go. The way you throw punches might be a little bit slower, but when you got that one-hitter quitter power, it evens everything out. But that power stays there for life. So all Mike has to do is touch him one time, and then he's never been hit with anything like that in his life. That's all I gotta say about that.
BJ Flores, Jake Paul's former trainer, believes the fight will be intriguing, particularly in the early rounds. He highlighted that Mike Tyson brings unmatched experience, power, and the ability to land heavy shots with perfect leverage, a challenge Jake has never faced. While acknowledging Tyson's strengths, Flores also noted that Jake has the advantage of youth, speed, and fitness. To succeed, Jake will need to withstand Tyson's early barrage, as Tyson will be at his most dangerous in the opening rounds.
Oh, it's a good fight. Whether you like Jake, whether you like Mike, it's going to be interesting, especially early. Mike's got the experience, he's got the power, he knows how to position himself to get into proper leverage to land power shots, and that's something Jake's never been against before, so it's going to be interesting. But I think Jake's the younger, faster, more fit fighter. He's got to get to those later rounds, but Mike's going to be dangerous early.
Flores further emphasized that this will be Jake's toughest test yet, pointing to Tyson's formidable power and size, noting Tyson's 235 to 240 pound frame compared to Jake's 200 pounds in his last fight against Mike Perry. The weight difference, as Jake is now carrying 225 pounds, will be a key factor. Flores expressed his support for Jake, but admitted that it will be fascinating to see how Jake handles Tyson's strength and power in the ring.
I think he's going to be real dangerous. I think this is going to be a very interesting challenge for Jake. It's going to be, definitely, Mike is more dangerous than anybody he's fought by far. He's got power. He's a 235 to 240 pound guy. Jake isn't used to necessarily carrying 225 pounds either. His last fight with Mike Perry in July was 200. It's not easy to go from 200 to 225, one fight to the next. So it's going to be interesting to see how, what kind of adjustments Jake has made in camp for that. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm behind Jake. I hope Jake wins this fight, but I think it's going to be interesting.
Teddy Atlas believes that despite Mike Tyson being 58, he still possesses crucial physical attributes like quick twitch fibers and muscle memory, which make him a dangerous opponent for Jake Paul. Tyson's ability to slip punches, weave, and land powerful hooks has not faded, and while his overall speed may have diminished with age, his knockout power remains as potent as ever. Atlas warned that the early rounds could be perilous for Paul, especially if the fight is legitimate, as Tyson still has the tools to be a major threat in those opening moments.
I'll tell you one thing. He still has quick twitch fibers. He still has muscle memory. He was a great heavyweight champion. That he still, he still remembers how to slip, how to throw and fill a hole when he slipped, how to weave, how to come out of it with a hook. He still has power. The last thing to go, reflexes are gonna go. Speed is gonna be deteriorated, but power is the last thing to go. He still has power. He's still got that quick twitch with speed. the early rounds will be, if it's real. I don't know if it's real. I know one thing that's real. You know what that is? They're gonna make a lot of money. That I know. But as far as anything else, I don't know. But if it is real, the first couple of rounds are going to be dangerous for Paul. Even at 58, I don't care. They're going to be dangerous if it's real.
Gareth A. Davies expressed serious concern upon hearing that the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul had been sanctioned. He voiced his strong apprehension about seeing a boxing legend like Tyson lose to a YouTuber, emphasizing the potential damage to Tyson's legacy. Davies stressed that a loss to Paul could tarnish the respect and admiration fans have for Tyson's storied career, which has been built on his dominance in the sport.
It wasn't a great fight. I am very concerned about the news this week that this is a sanctioned boxing bout that will count on the record. I do not want to read on boxrec.com or on Wikipedia that Mike Tyson in 2024 lost to Jake Paul, an influencer and a YouTuber, in a veritable boxing match. It's just not right, and I think we should be concerned about his health, and I think we should be concerned how one of the greatest living icons of our sport, Spencer Oliver, is forced to fight.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Mike Tyson could knock out Jake Paul if he's in shape, but his age may impact his timing, making a quick finish essential. Jones cautioned that if Tyson lets Paul settle into a rhythm, Paul could become dangerous. While Jones thinks Tyson's training could make it tough for Paul, he remains uncertain about the truth of Tyson's preparation. If Mike is in shape enough to go the rounds, he probably can put Jake out at any time, Jones continued. But of course at 58 or 59, however old he is, his timing ain't the same, so it's quicker for him to get it over with fast rather than wait a long time. He added, if Jake gets in and gets his rhythm, then he can get the momentum and be problematic for Mike down the line. But if Mike goes out there and says, you know what, I'm just going to go balls to the wall to get it over with, then that's the best thing he can do. If you let Jake get comfortable, he's going to become dangerous. If Mike is telling the truth about his training, it's going to be tough for Jake. But we don't know if Mike is telling the truth. UFC CEO Dana White admired Mike, but mentioned the difficulty of discussing certain topics, as Mike often gets upset. He noted that Mike will be 58 during their fight, leading to a 31-year age difference. White also referenced Jake Paul's previous loss to a younger fighter, highlighting that despite age, fighters often have an enduring resilience and can always muster one more round.
But Dana, how do you feel about this Tyson fight?
I love Mike, and I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff.
I eat your ass on a line.
You know, when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. There'll be a 31-year age difference between these two. And, you know, Jake Paul did fight a kid his age and he lost. You know, I don't know, man.
I feel how you feel, but as fighters, we are a little different to where we always have a round in us. Doesn't matter how old we get, we always have a round left.
No, I get it.
Michael Buffer anticipates an intriguing matchup, acknowledging that while Tyson feels confident heading into the fight, he believes it's not the best decision for Tyson to step into the ring at his age. Buffer emphasized the risks involved and the potential impact on Tyson's legacy.
Yeah, you know, Mike right now is a guy that's happy in his own skin. He feels good. He's 50-something, and this might not be the best thing for him. I think it's going to be 2-minute rounds. He still looks like a guy that if he hits you, he can knock you out. And Jake Paul has, while he hasn't cracked the top 10 of boxing, maybe he actually has as a cruiserweight. He's shown he's a great athlete, and he's got like a will to win. He really he fights to win. He doesn't go there to play games. So it's going to be an interesting fight.
UFC legend Randy Couture believes that Tyson still has the knockout power to take down any opponent. After watching training footage of Tyson, Couture remarked that even at 57, Tyson is more than capable of knocking out Jake Paul.
I mean, look at the training footage. That pop is still there. That explosive speed and power is still there. I think this, obviously he's still a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, but he's still got it, in my opinion. And though, that bodes well for going out and this probably ending within the first or second round.
Tyson Fury believes Mike Tyson will shock the world and teach the problem child a lesson when they eventually go head-to-head.
If Mike Tyson hits anybody, don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock him out cold, isn't he? It's I am Mike Tyson. Obviously, I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I back him. As he always backs me. I'm backing Mike for the knockout. Come on, Mike!
So what are your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.